Okay, maybe I can edit that part out. So anyway, everybody's having a lot of fun because some nut out there claims tomorrow's going to be the rapture, you know. And my favorite one was they wanted to put out, everybody go to Goodwill, you know, and get a pair of old sneakers and put some dry ice in them so they smoke a little bit and leave them here and there. I thought that was pretty funny. Anyway, prophecy. Some people just get so intimidated by it, and I don't know why, but I'm not sure what the stats are, but I think it's like a third or a quarter of the Bible is prophecy. And God says, there's no one like me. I'm going to tell you the beginning from the end, from the end from the beginning. Nobody else can do that but me. God uses prophecy in his toolbox. I believe it. He does, you know, to convince folks that he really is. I don't think the camera's right. Oh, that's wrong. There, that's a little better. I wouldn't even have the camera on, but it makes it more interesting. Gives you something shiny to look at, you know. One thing that I didn't see for years was that, you know, how many covenants are we under, you know, right now? How many covenants are in force? And a lot of folks would say, well, one. You know, we're under the new covenant now. We're under grace. Hallelujah, Jesus. You know, and yeah, that is a pretty good deal. It's a real good deal. But the fact of the matter is, there's more than one covenant in force at the moment. See, years and years and years ago, God made a deal with this guy. His name was Abraham. It was in all the papers. And he cut a covenant with him. And, you know, God knew that Abraham couldn't keep his end of the bargain, so God swore by himself. See, Abraham was a Chaldean, and back then the practice was, if me and you was going to make a deal, like say I was going to buy your camel, what we'd do is we'd get a bunch of these animals, we'd cut them in two, and then we'd walk between them, and, you know, look, if I don't pay you, you know, the 1 shekel a week for the next 80 weeks, you got the right to hunt me down and split me into like these animals that we're walking in between. It was just their tradition or whatever. So anyway, God knew that's what Abraham understood, and that's the way he set it up. Only put Abraham into deep sleep. And some of those deals was, listen, Abraham, I'm going to curse those that curse you. I'm going to bless those that bless you. Now, nothing happened between now and then that undid that covenant. That thing is still in force. You curse Israel at your own peril. Yeah, you might be under grace. Yeah, you are under grace. But curse Israel at your own peril. You know, I don't think it'd be a good idea. Other thing is, a lot of folks are, you know, bought into this replacement theology thing where they think that, okay, now that we got the church replaces Israel. And this is total bunk. See, Gog and Magog, Russia is not coming out of the north with their allies to crush the church for some kind of booty. That ain't going to happen. They're coming out of the north after Israel. So, I don't know where folks, you know, get that one all twisted around, but somehow they do. What's the guy's name? Ezekiel talks about Damascus and the burden of Damascus, and how that city's going to be flattened in an hour. And that's been the longest, if I'm not incorrect here, I believe that's the longest known to man inhabited city. You know, that's been inhabited for a long time. It's never been flattened to this day. But Ezekiel says, one day it's going to be a pile of rubble. And I don't think that's very far off. Damascus hosts most all terrorist organizations to this day. You know, all these guys got offices there. You know, I don't know if that's going to happen when we're still here or when we're gone or whatnot, but I do believe God does use prophecy, like I said, to prove himself. Like I said, he says, look, there ain't nobody like me. I'm going to tell you the beginning from the end from the beginning. Nobody can do that but me. Aren't I something? There's no one like me, saith the Lord. A lot of people get saved. You know, I mean, back in the 70s when Lindsay came out with his book, myriads of people got saved from that book. So, I don't know why, but people are pretty skittish of the subject, probably because, like this guy that, telling us, well, tomorrow's going to be the rapture. Well, I mean, unless he really gets lucky, I'm not buying into it. But there are people that do, and that's unfortunate. And also another thing that, you keep in mind is that I don't know who said it, but I think it was Paul, maybe, I'm not sure. But, that's another interesting thing. Paul didn't say, in the end times that great days are coming and we're all going to McDonald's for Happy Meals. He said, perilous times. And Jesus himself, he talked about the earthquakes and, the sea frothing and political upheavals and that Israel would be a nation again, talked about the fig tree, Israel. So anyway, I don't know. I guess the long and the short of it is I wouldn't discount prophecy. I mean, I do believe God does use it, and it's one of those tools in his bag. So, I guess that's the long and the short of it. Have a great evening. Talk to you later. Bye.